Check it.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are back for more of the most wanted Let's Play, and today we are here facing Bull. So as you can see, we've got a circuit race and we've got 2 sprint races to complete to get this guy out of the way with. So we're going to go ahead and do it. We're not going to wait. We're going to get straight into this episode. So yeah, let's do this. Okay, so here we go into one of the final Blacklist bosses. We are getting ever so close to facing Razor at this point. I cannot wait. So, it's all about just winning, basically. I don't think it's going to be very hard, to be honest. I mean, usually the Blacklist bosses aren't hard. Like, usually I find that the normal races, like, within the progression are actually harder than the Blacklist races. I mean, maybe that's just me, I don't know. I find, like, when you're doing, like, it's kind of speed traps are the worst, I find. Speed traps and lap knockouts are usually the worst. But, you know, the actual Blacklist bosses themselves aren't even that bad. Anyway, obviously back in the R32. You guys pretty much said you didn't want to see the Mustang, so I'm not going to use the Mustang. I'm actually going to sell it after this and then upgrade the R32 all the way. As you can see, I'm absolutely romping it with the R32 right now, using it obviously against Bull. And this again, I was expecting this to happen. A lot of people are persisting to say this is cheating using an R32, but you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna carry on using it anyway. Yeah, we are quite far ahead. I don't think he's really going to challenge us, to be honest. So a few people actually noticed that this was a GTST, not like a GTR. I mentioned this when I first modded in the car. There is literally no GTRs like available for mods and stuff, so I had to settle with a GTST. And even though it is a GTST, it still handles like an all-wheel drive car. For those who don't know, the GTST is a rear-wheel drive version of the GTR, essentially. I do believe it actually might have a bit less horsepower, but essentially it's just a toned-down version of the GTR in rear-wheel drive. And you know, it was kind of the closest I could get to a GTR. I honestly prefer the GTR in many ways. When you actually get this mod, like, initially, it comes with a different front end, and then you can actually switch it. And I did that in the customization video, like, a while back. But, like, I thought I'd mention that because a few people were talking about it, and I thought it was quite interesting. I personally prefer the GTR, like, twofolds. There's just something about the front end which looks so much better about it. I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it. I think it's just the grille looks so much better on the GTR. It's also insane how much Need for Speed really kind of affected my love for cars. Like, it really did. You know, like, racing games and video games as a whole really did kind of affect my whole, like, love for cars and car culture. And, like, that's something I don't really think about too often because it's just not something that comes in my head. But, like, realistically, if I didn't play Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, which was my first Need for Speed game, I wouldn't have played, like, all the other games, and I wouldn't have fell in love with the cars. Like, Hot Pursuit 2 wasn't the reason why I kept on playing Need for Speed. I think Underground 1 and Underground 2 were the reasons I kept coming back. You know, and then obviously Most Wanted was just like, whoa. And then Carbon, I didn't actually play Carbon until later, but that's besides the point. You know, like, if I didn't play that original Hot Pursuit game, it's arguable that I wouldn't be here right now. Like, that is kind of what role Need for Speed played for me in terms of, like, loving cars. And I find that to be absolutely insane, you know. If it wasn't for Need for Speed, I definitely wouldn't be playing video games as much as I did. And I always, like, had that in the back of my head, like, no matter what video game I was playing, it's always down to Need for Speed. Need for Speed was the kind of game which introduced me to video games. Anyway, across the line, went on a bit of a ramble, but it's all good. We won by an absolute fucking storm. Right, so let's go ahead and go straight on to the next race, which is a sprint race. So, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so here we go again on the line with the SLR. I mentioned this like last episode, I really do like how Bull kept that SLR pretty much stock. I think the rims are different, but besides that, everything's stock about it, and I really like that. In a time, back in 2005, Pimp My Ride was a huge thing. People loved supercars and whatnot. You know, it wasn't something that was frowned upon society like it is now, kind of. For a series which was becoming popular for the customization and whatnot, I like the fact that the SLR was kept stock. I think personally it looks best stock anyway. Like like now, in terms of car culture now, we kind of live in a time where less is more, and like that definitely shines through with Bull's car. Right, so I've just noticed that he's 2,700 feet behind. I don't understand why the AI is doing so shit recently. They did it, I think it was last episode, and they're doing it again this episode, and I'm very confused. Oh, this is so annoying because, like, the AI legit are, like, fucked. And I don't know why, because I haven't really done anything to the AI. The only thing I've done to this game is modding the cars. So I don't really know why the AI are so dumb. And as far as I know, you can't increase the difficulty on Most Wanted. Unlike Underground 2, which had that option, this doesn't have that option. So I can't even increase the difficulty, which is really fucking annoying. I was also thinking about Let's Plays that I could possibly do after this. You guys gave a lot of suggestions. I saw a lot of Underground 1s. And the reason why I wouldn't want to do Underground 1 is it's just a bit too long. I think I'm kind of leaning more towards Undercover at the moment. I'm thinking more Undercover. Maybe a Burnout game, not so much a Midnight Club game. I mean, even Burnout games are very long. I think the best thing to do at the moment would probably be a Midnight Club game or something just a bit random, you know. I saw one person who commented LA Rush, but I don't own the game, so that's a bit of a hard thing to sort out. But I'm leaning towards Undercover at the moment. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to go on to the final race and see how we can do.
Oh, kill him! Oh, kill him!
Okay, so we go in the final race. I'm not sure if we're going to get a cutscene after this race, but I guess we'll find out shortly. I'm assuming we are. I mean, we would have been up against Blacklist 1 at that point, so it kind of just makes sense. By going back to what I was saying about the next Let's Play that I'm going to be doing, I'm leaning towards Undercover at the moment. Seems like a good length. It seems like it's a kind of good blend of something which we haven't already done before, so that is kind of what I'm leaning towards. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, because again, you guys will decide what Let's Play I do next. The only reason I don't really want to do like Underground or Midnight Club again is just because they were really long, and I don't like doing long Let's Plays because I feel like it kind of drags on a bit too long. You know, that's what was perfect about Carbon and The Run. Those two Let's Plays were literally like really fast, so I didn't have much issue with it. Even this Let's Play isn't going to really go over 25 episodes, which is like fine. But anyway, I'm rambling again about shit you guys don't care about. We need to win this race. The thing is, I can't commentate over the gameplay because nothing's happening. Like, look how far behind he is. He's not even contending with me. And that's something really annoying about Most Wanted, this Let's Play as a whole. The AI really haven't just contested with me, and there's nothing I can do. Like, I like to think I'm alright at this game. I've said this before, I'll say it again. You know, I like to think I'm alright at this game. I've played years on a keyboard. You know, I've literally probably played, I reckon if you counted up all my playtime for Most Wanted, it's definitely in months. Like, it has to be in months, you know. And like, I put a lot of time into this game on keyboard. I'm alright, but at the same time, I do kind of expect to be challenged. Like, I'm not that good. I'm not on that like level of good where like I can beat anyone, anytime, any place. Like, I'm not that good, but you know, I'm decent. You know, I should be getting challenged at least. One thing I will say though is I've got something special planned for the final pursuit, and you guys will see that in due course. But I've got something special organised for the final pursuit. I remember back in the day, like this and Underground 2 and Underground 1 were the only games I played. Like, I used to get one game a year, and it would always be a Need for Speed game, and I played this game literally like religiously on PC back in the day. Like, it was literally all I played. And like those are memories. Those are. I remember playing on the plasma screen when I come back from swimming. That was a key thing I remember. Anyway, with that being said, very easy. That was really no challenge. I'm a bit disappointed with that, to be honest. I was expecting there was going to be at least a bit of a challenge. But that's Bull done and over with. Now we're going to go on to Razor. Hopefully we'll get a cutscene afterwards. You know, that'll be pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead, let you guys watch that. And we can... Oh no, I've got to do the tokens first. My bad, I've got to do the tokens first. So we are going to see if we can get his car, because why not? it would be nice to get the extra money, if not, through the random bonus markers. So we have got his car. And we got a free release from the impound. Not like that's really going to matter at this point anyway. Now there's going to be a few cutscenes and stuff. So now I'll let you guys watch it. And I'll be back afterwards to regroup. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, so there isn't actually a cutscene, which I find quite odd, but nevertheless, we're now on to Razor. As you can see, we've got all the bounty because we went on some mad pursuits in the past few races, or in the past few episodes, sorry. We've got a lot of races to do. We've got 9 races to do and 5 milestones. So, again, we'll be doing those in future episodes, but that's been it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like, subscribe, stay safe, and peace.